Students, last time we completed theory of surface tension from chapter 2, mechanical properties of fluids. We completed the theory part. Now the numericals are remaining, so I am going to solve the numericals. Page number 55, you have to refer to certain numericals. Now every year again, from this chapter there is at least one numerical, 2 or 3 marks. And there are typical methods or procedures by which these numericals are to be solved. See, first of all, you have to know the formulae, and then you can easily find out, because they are based on particular procedure. I am going to start from, let me check, velocity, no, close pipe, pressure reduces on opening, speed. Calculate the rise. Okay, 18. I am solving the 18 numerically. See, some of the numericals are direct. You just have to know the formula, substitute the values, and do the calculation. 18 says, calculate the rise of water inside a clean glass capillary tube of radius 0.1 mm. R is 0.1 mm. This is 0.1 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter or 10 raised to minus 4 meter. See, you have to convert first all the quantities in the same system of units. When immersed in water of surface tension, the surface tension of water is given as 7 into 10 raised to minus 2 Newton per meter. So this is given in Newton per meter. You have to convert it to meter. The angle of contact between water and glass is 0. Theta is 0 degree. Density of water is 1000 kilogram per meter cube. I will convert it to 10 raised to 3 for easier calculations, and value of G is given as 9.8 meters per second square. What you have to calculate is H. In the previous lecture, we have derived the formula or relation between surface tension and all these quantities. Very easy. Use the formula T equal to H rho G R upon 2 cos theta. Convert it for H. H equal to 2t cos theta upon rho G R. The simplest of numerical. It is a 2-mark question. No calculations also. There are very few calculations. Now observe, this is the formula which we have derived. This is modified formula because we want to find out H. It doesn't matter even if you substitute here. But generally it is a better practice that you convert the formula for the quantity which is to be calculated. Now I am substituting the values. You can also do by yourself. The calculation ability has to be increased. For a multiple choice question, you get very less time. Now rho is given as 10 raised to 3, G is given as 9.8, R is given as 10 raised to minus 4. These values. Cos 0 is 1, so this is 14 upon 9.8. This is 1, so I have not considered cos 0. 2 into 7 is 14. Separate the numbers and the powers of 10. So in the numerator you have only two numbers, 14, 7 into 2. And now what you are getting, 10 raised to minus 2 here. Here 10 raised to 3, 10 raised to minus 4. So what is going to happen here? In the denominator, you will get 10 raised to numerator 10 raised to minus 2, denominator 10 raised to minus 1. You have to calculate this by log, or you can write it as 14 upon 9.8 into, what is this? 10 raised to minus 1. For easier calculations, what can be done now? It is h equal to, this is 1.4. I am merging this 10 raised to minus 1 into 14. If you know tables, this is going to come out as 1 upon 7. 14 7 are 98. So 1 by 7 you can easily calculate without using log table or calculator. This will be 0.1, 4. Then 2 remains, 2 meter. You have to write the unit also. Easy calculations. Take precautions that you are separating numbers, that is the magnitude and the powers of 10. Calculations are really easy. We go to the next one. This was the easiest. There are few in which you have to follow a particular sequence. I will let you know which one. Now I am solving 19. Immediately next one. We will try and solve all the numericals for the first few chapters. Then I will start giving you additional numericals. An air bubble of radius 0.2 mm. Radius of the air bubble is 0.2 mm. Convert it to meter. What they have given? Surface tension is given in Newton per meter. 0.2 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. That is 2 into 10 raised to minus 4 meter. So the radius of the bubble is given. Is situated just below the water surface, means it is just below the free surface of water. Calculate the gauge pressure, means that you are supposed to find the pressure difference. If surface tension of water is 7 into 10 raised to minus 2 Newton per meter. How you are going to do it? Gauge pressure is nothing but difference in the pressure inside and outside. Do you know the formula for this? Recall Laplace's relation. For which is the object given? It is bubble. It is not a drop. So you have to consider this part also. Now by Laplace's law or Laplace's relation, what we get is, for bubble, Pi minus Po is 4T upon R. We have already derived the formula. So just substitute T and R. It can be a multiple choice question in competitive exams or even in the board exam. In the board exam, whatever multiple choice questions are asked in section A, question 1. Out of that, there are 2 to 3 numericals which are simply based on the formula and the substitution. Calculations are also very simple. What you are going to do here, put 4. What is value of T? T is given as 7 into 10 raised to minus 2 upon. What is value of R? 2 into 10 raised to minus 4. So what you get here now? Easy calculations. You can cancel this. 14 into this goes up, becomes plus 10 raised to 2. 1400 Newton per meter square. Just use the proper formula. R is given, radius is given, or diameter is given. Radius, so it is correct. The answer in the textbook is wrong. Don't refer to the answers. You calculate by yourself and believe in whatever calculations you are doing. Always remember, read it carefully. Read the numerical carefully. Now, if somebody misses the word bubble and calculates it for drop, then this is going to be 2, and here the answer will be 700. So you have to read it carefully. I also confirm that radius is given or diameter is given. If diameter is given, you have to convert it to radius. So read carefully and extract the data accordingly. Solving the 20th. Now, this is going to be a little bit lengthy one. Understand the process. See what they have given. 27 droplets of water. Number of droplets, 27. This will generally be a perfect cube. Why, you will come to know later on. We can derive the final formula directly and then substitute, or we can do step-by-step calculations. That is what I would prefer for first numerical. Step by step we will find out. So there are 27 small droplets of water, each of radius 0.1 meter, are equal to 0.1 millimeter, it should be, mm. Now I will write directly 10 raised to minus 4 meter. Coalesce into a single drop. Coalesce means they come together and form a new drop. Okay, I'll label this as capital R. R is radius of each small droplet. They come together and build up a bigger drop. Find the change in the surface energy. You are supposed to find dW, the work done. See, when droplets are there, it has more surface area. When they coalesce and become a single drop, bigger one, then the surface area of bigger drop is less than total surface area of small droplets. In the process, surface area decreases, means surface energy decreases. Now, how to find it out? They have given surface tension also. I will write directly 0.72 Newton per meter. 0.072 Newton per meter. I will write it as 7.2 into 10 raised to minus 2 Newton per meter. Now, understand the process. What they have given is, there are 27 small drops or droplets of this radius. There are 27. So, they come together and form a bigger drop. I am assuming R equal to the radius of big drop. So small droplets come together, they form a bigger drop. Obviously, the radius of the bigger drop will be bigger. Now what I want to find out is dW. Do you recall this formula? dW equal to dA means T is given. So my work is just to find out change in surface area. But I don't know radius of this drop. How I can do it? I can find the total surface area of this and surface area of this and find the difference. If I call this as A1 and this as A2, A1 minus A2 will be my change in area. This I can find out because I have number of droplets, I have radius. What is surface area of sphere? 4 pi r square. So I can put this value 4 pi r square multiplied by 27 because there are 27 droplets and find A1. But what about A2? I don't know the radius of the bigger drop. For that, I am going to use initial volume equal to final volume. See, remember this process, this procedure. In the next numerical, it is going to be opposite. A big drop broken into smaller droplets. Same procedure you have to follow. Now what is initial volume? Volume of each droplet is 4/3 pi r cube. Can you imagine this? Each droplet having radius r will have volume 4/3 pi r cube. So what is the total volume? N into 4/3 pi r cube. We have not added or removed water, so this total volume will remain same for the bigger drop also. Now, what is the notation for radius of big drop? 4/3 pi r cube. We have only one drop, so there is no question of n. Now, 4/3 pi will cancel out. I can take cube root. R equal to R cube root of n. That is why I told you, generally this number will be a perfect cube. Now substitute the values. I can get, see, R equal to, what is value of R from there? 10 raised to minus 4 into cube root of 27. So this is going to come out as 3 into 10 raised to minus 4 meter. Check whether you have followed this particular procedure. What is the argument? We have not added any water, neither we have removed any water. So the initial volume of water must be equal to final volume of water. For these, what is the volume of individual droplet? 4/3 pi r cube, considering it to be a sphere. How many drops are there? N. So total initial volume comes out to be n into 4/3 pi r cube, r being the initial radius. What is the final volume? 4/3 pi small r cube. I have assumed that radius of this bigger drop is small r. So I get this equation. Now I have got radius of big drop also. Now how you are going to find dA? dA can be found out as A1 minus A2. Area, total surface area of small droplets minus surface area of the big drop. What is surface area of small droplets total? N into 4 pi r square and minus 4 pi small r square. This is total surface area of these droplets, that is total surface area of single drop. Therefore, work done or change in surface energy is T into bracket n into 4 pi r square minus 4 pi small r square. So this is the generation of the formula. What I have done, I have just found out the new radius. I have generated a formula for work done. But work done is change in surface energy. So now we can substitute the values and do the calculation part. Keep it easy. I am substituting in that change in energy equal to surface tension is given as 7.2 into 10 raised to minus 2 into value of n 27 into, okay, I can just take that 4 pi also outside, that is common for both the terms. Therefore dw equal to t into 4 pi into bracket n r square minus r square. So this is the generation of the final formula. Now we can substitute. 7.2 into 10 raised to minus 2. This is value of t. 4. Value of pi 3.14 into. Now this is 27 into. What is value of capital R? 10 raised to minus 4. Square of that minus. What is value of this which we have found out? 3 into 10 raised to minus 4. Square of that. Appears to be a complicated calculation, but it is not. Now I am merging this. This is 7.2 into, this is 12.56 into 10 raised to minus 2 into, what is in the bracket? 27 into 10 raised to minus 8 minus 9 into 10 raised to minus 8. Observe, I am taking one step at a time. 7.2 as it is, I merge these two numbers, 12.56, 10 raised to minus 2 as it is. Inside the bracket, I just opened the squares and got this. Next part of the calculation. Let these numbers be here. dw equal to 7.2 into 12.56 into 10 raised to minus 2. Now I am solving this bracket. 10 raised to minus 8 is common. 27 minus 9 is 18 into 10 raised to minus 8. Now merge the powers of 10 and arrange the numbers. 12.56 into 18 into 10 raised to minus 10. This 10 raised to minus 8, this 10 raised to minus 2. Now this calculation is to be done by you in the exam using log table. Here I am going to use my calculator in order to save time. But in the exam, you will have to find a way in which you can do the calculations easily. What are the numbers? 7.2 into 12.56 into 18. So this comes out to be 1627.7 into 10 raised to minus 10. Or I can shift the decimals. 1.627 into 10 raised to minus 7 joule. So this is the answer that we are getting. Let me check whether the answer in the exam textbook is correct or not. Page number 55. 1.628 into 10 raised to minus 3 joule. Now they have made mistake somewhere in the calculation. Our answer is correct. Adjust the power of 10. 1.628. So if this 7 is merged, that you get. Remaining 4 numericals. No, 3 are remaining. So we will solve them in the next lecture so that this chapter is over.